Okay. Today is very calendar Gien Roshi. The Buddha's teaching is to find the cause of suffering within oneself, not to seek it elsewhere. And what's the whole problem? What's the whole problem? Very fortunate. What's the whole problem is? People just just making. People are just making without there are nothing concerning problem, question, trouble at all. Once you just recognize this one as I yourself, then kind of the trouble, suffering just come out in your mind. Very simple. Very simple. So you can just completely separate from what you think all the self. You never have any trouble at all. This is the Yakamani Buddha's realization. That's the reason we have to do it. Once you just recognize this one as I or the self, then kind of suffering, so-called suffering, just come out in your mind. That's the whole problem. The whole problem. This poses the people trouble, question, problem. That's the reason. It's a very easy to just figure out. You see, figure out what's the trouble. Troubles they come out in your mind. We simply forget about. If we can simply forget about them, we never have any trouble at all. And that is the Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. That is the dozen. Right. Only dozen. We can just totally forget about what you think about it. Although it's easy to do, it's totally difficult, but it's the most valuable thing for us to do. Right? The Buddha's teaching is to find the cause of suffering within oneself, because the reason why we have to find the suffering is you recognize this one as I or the. That's it. That's it. Is another what you think about the self. This is empty, completely empty. Although this one is completely empty, when I clap my head, it totally becomes instead. As well, you as well. So when I clap my head, it simply becomes this doing anything, without doing anything. Without doing anything is without self. Without self, I can clap my hand. Very simple. Peter, you are smiling. Just like a macaque. See? Hold up the flower, and only macaque just smile. You gotta realization. So I'll give you a kind of certificate, certificate the thing you just realized who you are. Someday. Gary-san, you never ever forever. Okay. That is the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. Very easy. So when Shakyamuni Buddha hold up this thing, Makakashi, just smile. Just smile. Because he just became this way. Yari-san, why don't you just smile? Okay. This is the Buddha's teaching is to find the cause of suffering within oneself, not to seek it elsewhere. Once you just become distant, once you just become distant, you completely free from everything. Once you just become distant, you completely satisfied with everything. Then you'll be able to just verify Shakyamuni Buddha is so great. So great. You can just verify it. Okay. That is today's daily calendar, Gien Roshi. Okay, we go back to today's ticket number 33. This is a tremendous. Nikon. Nikon is the right now. The right now. See? You can just recognize right now. That is not right now. That's a creation of thinking. Same things when I just clap my hand. See? You just recognize, that kind of a sound come out. Because Jinen just grab his hand. This is thinking. See? Before just realize what it is, you simply become this sound. You simply become this. That's why you don't need to know much about what it is. Because you simply become this sound itself. This is Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. Everybody become this sound. See? Not only what we think about ourselves. These things, everything becomes this sound. Everything becomes this sound, except Gary-san. Very good. You are tremendous. You are tremendous. Okay. That's the reason. We never have any trouble, facing trouble. See? Everything become one. Everything become this thing. This sound become everything. Very simple. We don't need to think about anything. We don't need to think about anything. Everything's become one. Everything become one. One is everything. Very easy to understand. Because people never understand. See? We have to do okay, what's the Gien just want to teach us with number 33, Nikon. Nikon is a lightness. Nikon is a Japanese. There is a, you know much about Japanese, but you don't know much about Nikon. What's the reason? Okay. The right now is a casting off. Casting off is a see. We are simply just become when I just face it, I simply become as it is. No separation, no separation between different. Then see, then when I just face it, I simply become as it is, and the things I just forced to completely drop to me. This is the casting off. Okay? Simply casting off. When I face it, I simply become as it is. Then I simply become as it is. The things I just faced before completely cast off. This is the essential of us. This activity towards us, all of doing acting this way. When I feel good, I simply become as it is. And when I feel good, I simply become. The things that I just faced before is a complete disappear. All the things I faced. Always nothing related to anything. Simply just as it is. Simply just as it is. But as far as thinking, when I just put it this way, when I put this on this, people say, oh, he just took it this one and these things always lives in your mind. Nothing not true. Look at very careful. When I put this on, only this thing come out, on our eyes. Yeah, when I just with this one, only this thing come out. These things never left the door. That's what people think about. Oh, Jien just take it this from this. There is nothing. There is nothing. What you mean is think of this. Things just are done in your mind. Nothing else. When I just put it this one, that's it. And then when I put this one, so this is just come out on our eyes. Not the face. Ideas is never left. Very carefully look at your activity. Oh, the things is always as it is. See? Always as it is. But the things is so quickly just this kind of movement just happen. Okay. So that's so people completely deceived by thinking. See? But always try to know that. 10,000 changes, 10,000 changing in a second. 10,000 changes. But this changing is not kind of this. That kind of changing. See? You may say this one, 10,000 pages. Yes. See? In a second. It's just changing. Something like that is what's happening right now. That's much quicker. That's much quicker. That's happening right now. In a second. 10,000 changes. 10,000 changes in a second. See? This kind of things. 10,000 these things quickly just changing. When I say changing, what people think about. See? This one becomes this one, and this one becomes this one. That is another casting on. This one and this one. See? This one just drop to it, and this will come out. And this one is this one nothing related. This kind of change. In a second, right now. The right now is a casting off. The casting off is right now. It is wondrous and amazing. People never understand. Even in concept. That's much quicker. That's not happening. There is nothing exists. Nothing enters. Nothing enters in this on this chain. Nothing exists on this chain. On this casting. This is what we think of the self never exists. Never exists. So quickly. Nothing exists. Only just come out. Just come out without substance. Without substance. This is the most important thing for us to realize. People never understand. Right now, right in such quickly. So people never understand. Okay. It has already it has already ceased to cast off, and it hasn't been done. Because there is nothing on this casting. You never just recognize anything. Because we just have everything just come out and disappear. Come out. You never just, you never just recorded anything. Just what you think about are the good or bad or the idea never comes to your mind. It's never be done because of nothing. Okay. How wondrous it is, how amazing it is that I know. Because you never be able to recognize anything. You never be able to recognize anything. So there is no problem. No, there is no suffering at all. That's it, right. Everything just exists.
You want?
No. Everything just exists in right now. So we don't have any trouble. We don't have any trouble, any sin. When you hear, you hear. When you see, you see. There is no one to do different. Exactly, we are doing exactly this way. When you hear, you hear. When you see, you see. Well, maybe God is. May I ask one thing? May I ask one? What kind of activity are you doing right now? Sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating. Nothing at all. So you don't have any trouble. When you hear, you hear. When you see, you see. There is no one to do different. People are exactly this way. People are just exactly doing this way. This is oneness. Like a content. They simply become additive without doing anything. Simply you just become addicted. This is one. In another way, we just say, we simply just acting this way. Who is acting? Who is acting? Without doing, without saying. We simply just act this way. Who is acting? People don't know much about this. Because people just look at this as I or this. That's it, people never understand this reality. People never understand this reality even in common. This is the most important thing for us to realize. Okay, and this is one. This is the way. The universe has become your so good. Listen, the universe become your own. Maybe I want to say, but I don't want to say. Okay, but once you just realize the universe has become your own. That's the reason we have to do. You see, we have to do the other. No self is the universe. That's the reason we have to do that. You see, our essence of self is nothing concerned with what we think of the self behind. Universe, a tremendous huge, tremendous difference from what we think of. Therefore, there is no need to think of gaining more. because we are universes. We don't need to gain anymore. All universes are our own. And that's the reason. That's the reason the Shakyamuni Buddha or Patriots just recommend us to do that. We are completely just separate. We can just completely separate from what we think of ourselves. Because of the universe itself. Okay, there is no destination to reach, no place to fall back, and you become the master at every. So great. That is the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. People really want to be, but people are just doing differently. Even you just find the social status, social benefit, you never be able to satisfy with yourself. If you can just realize who you are, that's totally enough. Totally enough. You're completely satisfied with yourself. That is neither based on anyone's teaching nor depend on your own ability. Even you see, without doing anything, you simply become this time. So that is neither based on your teaching or nor depend on your own ability. Nothing concerned with anything. But this one is another human body, this kind of Saitama body. And you have it. You have to be very fortunate. Very soon, you don't have it. I don't hold. I don't. Okay. But very fortunate. See, you have it. So, that's the reason. Once you just realize what it is, see what it is, then you can make use of this one as you want to. See? This is the Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. Even you have a tremendous one, even you have a tremendous one, you cannot make use of it. It doesn't mean anything. So once you just realize who you are, you can just make use of this one as you want to. And that's that's the Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching. See? That is that is universal and complete. This one is universal and complete. Whatever you are just that's the universal and complete. Perfect. Always tremendous. That's the reason. That's the reason we don't need to worry about anything. That is right now. We are just acting this way. Right now. Whatever you are just it's a complete and universal. You don't need to worry about anything. But once you just recognize what you have, once you just recognize what you have done, that's become a human activity. And this causes you trouble, question, problem. That's it. Okay, that's the reason once we just completely separate from the thinking or concept, then you'll be able to just encounter the essentials. That's it exactly. Okay, that is right now. If you are not deluded about right now, That is your completely the one. If you have any any trouble, if you have any question, what the Shakyamuni Buddha and the patriarchs is want to teach you, then you just become one with what your face right now. As long as you have a kind of doubt or a kind of question, there is always a certain separation between this and that. That's the reason. Whatever just thinking thought come out in your mind. Simply just let it go as it is. This is that. If you do this and completion, there is no separation between this and that. And you completely become one with this, what you just placed. Then you get completely just satisfied with yourself. And that's it. That is beyond. That is beyond the origin, the universe, and the human being. Another one. Whatever. If you just realize this reality, you never just care much about. You never attach the thinking or thought. Simply just let it go out of you. Then you'll be able to just realize this reality. That is beyond the origin, the universe and the human being. See? Yet it is even more so in right now and here. What people think of the origin universe or human being or even right now with thinking. That is not true. That's within thinking. That is not true. Once you completely separate from the thinking, you'll be able to encounter the reality. What reality is. This is Zazen. To be this universal master is the ultimate model for the enlightened one. Right? Once he just become, once he just completely separate from what you think of the self or mind, definitely you'll be able to realize the thinking and thought just becomes hazard. Block. The separate is separate from it. Okay. Within this, the universe becomes settled, and the life becomes settled. Without this way, there is no way to be saved and no peace. Right. That's the reason we have to do observing. Although you never be understanding what the master Gien was just teaching, but just to do doesn't. What the doesn't is, whatever just thinking or thought comes in your mind, simply let it go as it is. This doesn't. This doesn't. You have to do it. If you just want to realize who you are. If you just want to become, if you just want to become the master of the universe, you have to do this. Asking you, practitioners to see through this completely. It's totally difficult. It's very easy to say, but it's a total difficulty. Not much people are that attached what the people think of the self and life. But unfortunately or very fortunately, what we think about the self and life never exists. Only exists in our mind. in our mind. That's the reason you don't need to worry about it. Simply just forget about what we think of the head. Then you'll be able to encounter the essential self. The essential is, and the essential self is so good, so tremendous. But unfortunately, people never be able to understand it, even in concept, but it doesn't. Although time is coming, so sorry to say we have to do a Kalkahatsu, beginning practice. Okay. Hi, thank you so much.
Thank
So we're
you.
gonna see you
Thank you.
next month.